All right, beautiful day up here in Prescott, Arizona. Late in the day, I'm losing my light. I'm gonna walk around and cover this car for you. Absolutely special. I love doing cars like this. It's full of original character. 34,000 actual mile, 1958 Ford Ranch Wagon two-door. Just a beautiful car. We're gonna spend a lot of time on the undercarriage, under the hood, in the back, in the spare tire well, and just cover everything for you. Car's got good rock solid history. We're going to take the file back to the office and cover what we know. It is titled as an actual mile car. Walk around and tell you more. It's finished in a factory. This is all original paint, so you're going to find character here and there, a little mark here and there, which is what you would expect with this car. But I've studied it and spent quite a bit of time studying this afternoon. Probably just a little bit too much because I'm running out of light here at the end of the day. But this is the last portion that I cover, but it's the beginning of the video. So anyway, walk around. It's again a 58 Ranch Wagon. Its power underneath the hood is a 223 cubic inch straight six, 3-speed manual transmission, 389 ratio Ford 9-inch rear differential. Really neat little car. The owner was able to connect, or the prior owner was able to connect with the people. It was originally sold and utilized in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's got original Cheyenne, Wyoming, or Wyoming 58 license plates that are included with it. It was somebody's baby. Spent all of its time in the garage, obviously, or most, if not all the time. It's not been altered or modified in any way other than routine things that were done. The gentleman that this gentleman bought it from actually picked it up in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and drove it all the way to Huntington Beach, California. And then he would go on to spend a lot of time, meticulous detail, just going over every square inch of the car. It's got up front here, I'm going to say these bumpers that probably were replated because they're just a little bit too sweet in this front valance. But you'll see a little bit of rock chipping all the way across the front. Again, it's got character. Innocently original is what the owner called it. This car is just really neat. It's finished in desert beige. I don't know if I said that already. I may have. I repeat myself sometimes. So and then it was relocated up here to Prescott. There's an ownership history, I believe 5 to 6 owners, and there's actually a magazine or a newspaper article of where the gentleman drove it from Cheyenne, Wyoming to Huntington Beach when he purchased it. We're going to have some dates and some times and stuff like that. We're going to cover it at Spud's Garage. We're going to take the file back. It's all original. Slight changes over the years. It's got a Midas muffler on it. We'll spend some time under the exhaust there covering that for you. But all the body trim, from what I can tell, all the glass is original. All the weather strips are just beautiful. So again, it was somebody's baby, and I think we have the name of the original owner in there. So I'm going to go over the file, have that at Spud's Garage. But finding cars like this are like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Cars like this are just fun to do. I love doing cars like this. If anybody watches my videos, if you're one of those that watches me regularly, you'll know I do a lot of high-end hot rods. I loved hot rods, but I like good original character, and this is one of those. If cars could talk. Original rubber mat here. So this was basically the SUV of its time, and this baby was on the ranch and did its job, or so to speak, or family hauler, that kind of thing. Two-door. This is all original upholstery here, and again, I've studied it. All the door jamb, all the original CAD plating here. We get over to the driver's side, we'll cover some more, and you can see, look at the interior hardware here, the window cranks and the door latch. It's a padded dash. That's probably the only option on this car. Original rubber mat. Clearly, we're going to spend some time over on the driver's side when we get up underneath the dash and wiring underneath the hood. See the original sticker here on the glove box? This is all original finishes on this car. Comes with a neat little file. You'll dig this car. Headliner. Again, you're going to pick it for a little chip here, a little this, a little that. But watch this door. Look at the gap, the factory gaps, but literally this thing is just wonderful. We've been underneath, top to bottom on this baby. Covered the undercarriages for you. We actually had it on a lift. Got some fun little old water transfer decals on the back window here. Cheyenne, Wyoming, Utah, Arizona. License plate back there. You'll see one of the Wyoming plates. We'll actually spend some time in the spare tire well sharing those with you. Ranch wagon. Missing a little bit of the H there. Beautiful. Gentleman putting a roof on a house over there. You can see the reflections down the side. Again, desert beige. It's registered in Arizona with an A box, which means it's an actual mile car. This gentleman's lucky if he's put 50 miles on it. Large collector up here in Prescott. Couldn't resist owning it. I stepped on some stickers, so I'm going to take off my shoe here. Has radial tires on it. It would have been bias ply when it was new. Again, you can see all the factory spot welds, all original paint there. Got a Hawaii sticker, water transfer on the back here. These rear windows slide back to here. Again, basic utilitarian type vehicle of its day. Finding ranch wagons are pretty hard. I know I'm spending some time in this video, but I really want you to kind of get a good feel. Just like Grandpa used to do, put a little reflector tape in the door jamb here. Here's some oil change stickers. One of the gentlemen actually called the phone number on one of these stickers, and the same mechanic had still worked there and recalled the car. There's a 27,000 mile sticker, and you'll see different miles here. They're only original once. Make sure you go to Spud's Garage. I took a lot of cool photos of this car. The light's perfect, late in the day, running out of time. I'll do a little clip underneath the dash for you over here on this side, but let's stop, turn the light on. Look at the door jambs here. These weather strips are just amazing. You can see all the factory glue that was put on them. The doors shut beautifully. I'm going to show you on the driver's side, just like the passenger. Beep beep. We're going to fire it up here for you. It starts instantly. Walk back and let you hear it run here. I was going to shut the door, but I figured I'd walk back up. I turned on the lights so you could see the tail lights on, license plate lights. I know it's going to be a long video. Cool car. Go to spudsgarage.com. Watch this door shut. I wanted to cover that. Anyway, about time for you to get in. Take this one home. Have a great day. Alright, let's get underneath the hood. Like I've talked about all the way during the walk around, this is just wonderfully preserved. They did a very nice job of preserving the originality of this car and enhancing its beauty just a little bit as far as the fine details go. A lot of time spent, meticulous time spent cleaning up all the hoses and lines and refinishing the engine block, that kind of thing. But you'll see this is nothing reproduction here. All the original wiring harnesses are here, the original voltage regulators here. Again, 34,000 miles, generator. You'll see all the wiring and connectors. Again, not reproduction wiring. Out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Just a beautiful body. Underneath the hood here is a 223 cubic inch. They were rated about 145 horsepower, 6-cylinder, straight six. Has a Holley visible bowl there, fuel bowl there, 1-barrel carburetor. Very simplistic and beautiful. Nicely detailed here. Transmission, 3-speed manual transmission. Factory Ford 9-inch rear differential with 389 ratio. Hang on to the end of the video. We'll get to the undercarriage, that kind of thing for you. I'm really digging this car. A lot of enthusiasm. They're only original once. Heater here. All the here's the heater blower motor. You can see all these wire connectors are all real on this. Original wiring harness here, so nobody's cut it up or molested it. It's just been nicely preserved and properly detailed, is what I would say. Original battery here. It's a 12-volt system in it. You'll see the fuel pump there, and you can barely even hear this thing run. If you've been watching the video throughout the walk around and stuff, it probably had a run drive up. We'll have several points during this when we fire it up and you can hear it run, just barely hear it run. Paint finish on the bottom side of the hood. The original hood padding here is absolutely awesome. Anyway, we think you get the idea. Definitely go to spudsgarage.com where I'll have plenty more. Thanks for listening to me. You can see all the hardware here. This is the original. This baby was a garage queen, that's for sure. Anyway, there you go. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. All right, we take a look at the back end here. We actually have a clip where we raised the bottom here. I'm going to share the spare tire well with the original jack, that kind of thing. From the back, we're going to give you the video because it's too hard for me to open it up while I'm moving the video camera around. When we get into the spare tire well here, you'll notice the license plates. The original Wyoming 58 license plates are in here. They'll be in the back of the car. They're included with it. It is absolutely rock solid. Like I talk about underneath the hood, all the original wiring here. Anyway, we think you get the idea. Go to spudsgarage.com. Make sure you hang on to the end of the video. We'll get it up on the lift. All right, we've got you in the trunk compartment here. Too much fun. The original, all the original jack and everything is in here, including the 58 Wyoming plates. They are included with the car. You'll see the original jack sticker. But there's no rust here in this car at all. 34,000 miles. I've probably said it too many times throughout the video, but we think you get the idea. This is way too nice there. Beautiful. You can't even hear this car run. I had to get it coming out of the garage. Just barely. Okay, we promised you we'd get underneath the dash here. All factory wiring. There you go. All right, so we got it up on the lift here. We actually do this video portion before I ever photograph and do the walk around video, just so we get a really good feel of the car. Really neat car, very special. Actual 34,000 miles on it, basically. We've talked more about during the walk around. We covered a lot more. So right now we're just going to cover the undercarriage here for you. It's all original on the bottom side, with the exception of we've studied the muffler. The muffler's got a Midas muffler, and we looked at the file, and the muffler was installed in 2010. And it has air shocks on the back here. It's got an individual air port for the right and left, so you can kind of adjust it if you have a little bit too much load on one side. Maybe you're big cousin Henry on one side and Aunt Betty on the other. Anyway, just having a little fun. Factory underside. Original paint on this car, like we talked about during the walk around, which I haven't done yet. But anyway, original leaf springs in the back here. He's done a little cleanup. The prior owner did a little cleanup back here, but it's all original metal. I've studied the spot welds on it. There's a picture in the file of the original brakes on it. We did the inspection on the brakes, the rear end here. By doing the data decode on the door tag, it's a 389 ratio Ford 9-inch rear differential in the back here. But what's also cool is it still has the original 389 ratio tag on the back there, right there on the housing bolt. The drive shaft has been all cleaned up and rebalanced with all new U-joints, so those aren't original U-joints. The inner rockers are beautiful on this car. We took a lot of still photos, but you're going to pick up most everything in the video that I put together here. The exhaust is new from the forward pipe back here, and there's a receipt that's got a Midas muffler on it. So you'll see the Midas mufflers, they were always gold and they have a little diamond on them. So on the other side of that, if you turn that muffler over, it probably says Midas on it. All original frame and chassis on this, again out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. I love doing cars like this. Most of you guys that watch my videos know I dig doing original cars. This is really a true survivor, needle in a haystack kind of car. Good little file to go with it. Actual mile title, factory 3-speed transmission, emergency brake control where the forward cable comes into it here. Still has the factory chalk mark on the frame here. Just a regular old 3-speed, so with a 389 ratio, it's perfect for this 223.6. The engine's been all cleaned up and detailed within the rails here, but the guy does a very nice job. All original suspension up in the rockers here. Wyoming's fairly dry climate, high desert, like in Idaho, Arizona is up here in Prescott where it's at. All the suspension components all appear to be original on it. Floor pans are just gorgeous. We'll go around the outside of it and do the rockers for you, but we're just covering the underside. You're getting near the end of the video. Very clean, special little car. You can tell my enthusiasm level for it. So if you watch the video all the way to the end, again, finding a car like this is next to impossible. See the bottom side of the fender where it's got the original desert beige. I'm going to come out here and cover it and you'll see it from the bottom side. Desert beige underneath these lights is going to look almost pinkish underneath these fluorescent lights. The rockers, all the drain holes, inner fenders. Again, this is clearly an original paint car. Set updated radials put on it. Do one more walk around the outside of it here. Thanks for listening to me. Go to spudsgarage.com where they're going to find plenty more. Couldn't find a speck of rust on this old girl. Again, the rockers, see the drain holes there? Really nice. There you go. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. Again, thanks for listening to me. All right, he's putting it back in his garage. Could be going to your garage. Make sure you go to Spud's Garage. And have a great day. Thanks for listening to me.